Hello everyone. Today I wanted to talk to you about supplements. Should we take them? You may be of an opinion that we shouldn't, or maybe that we should. Or you may think they don't work, or maybe they do. What is it then? The simple answer is, it depends. Nowadays, many people have diets that are low in nutrients. Processed foods, ready meals, takeaways, confectionery snacks are reason behind this. But even if you eat a nutrient-dense diet, you still may be deficient in some nutrients, as the soil in which the food is grown has been becoming poorer and poorer in nutrients. Thus, food is not as nutritious as it used to be. Check this research study to find out more. Then, elimination type of diets or restricted diets may result in deficiencies of certain nutrients. For example, a vegan diet tends to be low in nutrients that come from animal sources such as iron, B12, vitamin D, or omega-3. But anyone who restricts or eliminates food groups from daily diet, for whatever reason, would benefit from careful meal planning to avoid deficiencies in the long term. Also, taking supplements for a period of time can help replenish the nutrients a bit quicker. Here's an interesting study on nutrients density in foods, and you can see which foods are the most nutrient dense. Then we need to consider the absorption, and that will differ from person to person, and it will depend on, firstly, your gut health. So if you have a poor gut health, parasites, bloating, diarrhea, they will all reduce absorption of the nutrients from food and from supplements. Secondly, the absorption of the nutrients can depend on medications you take. So for example, antacid will lower absorption of B12. Thirdly, what you drink or eat with your supplements may impact their absorption. So, for example, some supplements and nutrients should be taken on empty stomach, some should be taken with food, some should be taken with fatty foods. For example, iron should not be taken with dairy because dairy and calcium reduce the absorption of iron. However, vitamin C and vitamin C rich foods such as citrus or peppers will increase the absorption. And lastly, some supplements you take, should be taken together, because if they're not, they may lead to deficiency of some nutrients. So, for example, if you take zinc because you want to support the immune system, so if you take your zinc for a long time, you may develop copper deficiency, and vice versa. If you take copper, you may result in zinc deficiency. So sometimes it's important to pair nutrients together to avoid things like that. And another one I mentioned was iron absorption, which is decreased by calcium. So if you take calcium supplement for your bones, then you shouldn't take it with iron. But if you get vitamin C, it's a very good idea to take it together with iron because it will increase the absorption of iron. Next, we need to consider the quality of supplements. Cheaper supplements are more likely to have many fillers and additives, and the dose of the nutrients is likely to be low as well. With many supplements, you need a therapeutic higher dose to see the benefits and effects of the supplement. Moreover, cheaper supplements often use the version of the nutrient that is not easily absorbable in the gut. Calcium carbonate and magnesium oxide are good examples, but they are cheaper to obtain, so often used to keep the supplements cost down. A lot of supplements in supermarket, Boots, Holland & Barrett will be made with cheaper nutrients, but nutritionists have access to various professional dispensaries which stock high quality supplements that they can recommend to their clients. The delivery of nutrients also matters. So the absorption will be different between a capsule, tablet, powder, spray, liquid, or IV. For example, taking a spray or liquid is more beneficial if someone has digestive issues, as the nutrients can be absorbed through the mouth without passing through the digestive system. Lastly, some nutrients can be harmful if taken in big quantities. For example, it's always good to check blood levels of iron before supplementing, as iron overload is toxic. Vitamin D3 and iodine are another example of nutrients that should be tested before supplementing and then regularly retested with regular use. Other nutrients, such as most of the B vitamins, are water soluble and we don't store them in the body, which means it's more difficult to overdose on them as we weed them out daily. Similarly, with vitamin C and magnesium, the side effects of taking too much is a transient loose bowel movement. So they act like laxative, which may be unpleasant, but it's not harmful. And a word of caution here, some supplements may interact with medications. So if you're on prescriptive medication, this is something to consider. As you can see, there is quite a lot to consider when it comes to supplements. If you buy cheap supplements and you have poor gut health, the chances are you won't absorb a lot and you will claim the supplements are useless. Or if you feel tired and decide to take iron, as you've heard, it can help with fatigue, but you're not deficient in iron, the supplement won't do anything for you. And by the way, there are many underlying causes of fatigue. Iron deficiency is just one of them, so you may be trying to address the wrong root cause. But if, for example, you've been advised by a nutritionist which supplements to take based on your symptoms and or your blood test results, and you've been told what form and dose to take, you're more likely to notice the effects. I hope this has clarified some things for you. If you have any questions, drop me a line and let's have a chat. Till next time, bye-bye.